Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Okay. ठीक है सर.
Yes, ma'am, you are on.
একটা কাপড় দিয়ে না তারপরে এটাকে তুলে দিন কাঁচটাকে. হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ মুখে বোঝা যাচ্ছে কাজে আছে. সেখানে গাড়ি গোছানো. Hello, may I start the session?
Yes, ma'am, you can start now.
Okay. Good afternoon, all members of Patliputra Shahadaya and all esteemed teachers present here. Our today's topic is Joyful Mathematics Assessment. Assessment in Joyful Mathematics. Now the question comes assessment. When the question is about assessment, then it comes what to assess, whom to assess, why the assessment is needed, where to assess, how the assessment will be done. Now, what to assess? Why the assessment is to be done? When? Who will do and how will it be done? Now, if I ask you the question, dear friends, what to assess? Would you give me some reply in the chat box? What to assess? What are we assessing? If someone can reply in the chat box, what are we assessing? Yes, performance of the students. Why the assessment is needed? When the assessment will be done? Where to do the assessment? Is it the school premises only? Who will do the assessment? The teachers? No, the assessment can be done by the parents, by the peers, by own self. At every category, the assessment can be done. And some cases we think that assessment is only for the students what we have taught. No, the assessment is needed at the same time that are we being able to reach our students or not? That is also very essential to know. So we need mathematically competent students. For that purpose, different mathematical competencies are there. Say a few we have mentioned. Mathematizing skill. If the child has got a mathematizing skill or not, that is very important. The child is being able to represent the thing learning. As the child got a proper requirements of assessment, something is said about assessment. It's a part of effective planning. It develops the capacity. It helps learners to know how to improve. It promotes understanding of goals. It is a key professional skill. Am I not audible? I think I'm audible. Someone please reply. Am I audible properly? Let me check
Yes,
once.
ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now, so see, all these things are there regarding assessment. Now, we have missed one thing here, that the assessment is needed for ourselves as well. That am I teaching properly to the students? Am I being able to reach the students properly? Or what I am teaching and what they have understanding, is there a learning gap? So assessment is not only for the students, not only helps the learners to know how to improve, not only promotes understanding of goals and criteria, this also promotes our teaching methodology. Now there is a difference between assessment and evaluation. These two are different. Assessment is formative, where evaluation is summative. Assessment is process oriented, whereas evaluation is product oriented. Assessment is reflective and evaluation is prescriptive, by which we give a prescription, this is to be done. Assessment is diagnostic, but evaluation is judgmental. Assessment says कि इतना ये change करना है. Assessment is always flexible. We can do in different ways, but evaluation method is fixed. And assessment is absolute. Evaluation comparative. Evaluation gives who is better, who is worse. And assessment is more cooperative. We know cooperative learning is there, collaborative learning is there. Students can be assessed through a group activity, whereas evaluation is competitive, who is better, who is the best. So there is a difference between assessment and evaluation. Assessment is more a year-long process, whereas evaluation is a term in process. Evaluation more judgmental. So, but in both of them, we can see that there is a common point, that is both assessment and evaluation are criteria driven. It has got different criteria and it use measures of evidence. Without evidence, assessment or evaluation, both the things, none of the things are possible. So, but assessment is formative, ongoing. It has got a positive thing that yes, you need this remedial measure. It provides a feedback, whereas evaluation provides a closure. It's judgmental. And it shows a shortfalls कि आपका ये कमजोरी है. But assessment gives the chances of improvement. Let us come through different types of assessments. Peer assessment. We know that NEP is emphasizing on 360-degree assessment. One is peer assessment. I think, dear friends, you will accept this, that when two students are working together, then students can understand the language of the friends in a maximum manner, best manner. This friend is saying, if a student is doing some work, if I suggest something, you suggest something, and a friend suggests something, friend's word knocks them first faster. So evaluation through peer work. If they are working in a peers, then one can define, one can suggest, or one can evaluate the other. Self-assessment. Very important thing, that one should assess own self, that how the assessment is being, how can I assess myself? So it helps to analyze one's own understanding, that is self-assessment. Say this one hypothetical sheet I have taken is not that it will always to be done like this. For self-assessment, there are almost 10 questions are there. Children will look at this, children will give a tick mark. It is not necessarily the child will have to do at school. The child can do it at home. And we will assess and the child themselves will assess. So if my assessment about the child and the child's assessment about herself or himself matches, that means definitely my presentation and the antenna of the child, both of them are tuned. That means we both are thinking in the same manner. Otherwise, there will be a gap in between them. Say, let us take another assessment criteria. Self-assessment, 1, 2, 3, three rubrics are there, three-point scale. You can make plenty. I'm giving 1, 2 examples of this. 1, 2 examples just I'm showing. Next one, just let me make it smaller. Next is this one. One, two, three, four, 4-point scale. After teaching something, if the child feels, I don't understand anything what has been taught, the child will mark himself or herself as 1. If the child feels, I have understood partially, some confusion is there, but still I have understood partially, that means the child will give himself or herself as 2. Now, if the child feels after stitching that I think I have understood everything, maximum thing, very little portion is still undone, then the child will mark himself or herself as 3. And if the child feels I'm confident enough what has been taught to me by my teacher, then the child will give himself or herself as 4. So in this way, the child can assess himself or herself. The self-assessment is very important. If it happens that child has given a 4 and I have given the child 1, that means there is a gap between teacher's estimation and student's estimation. Then this covenant management between student and teacher should be redone. So overall outline process of this is this one. I don't know, there is some is coming. Let me check once. So first fix up what you want to teach, then provide learning, relevant learning uh, methodologies. Monitor the learning process, what has been taught. Diagnose difficulties when you're teaching, diagnose objectives. That what we wanted to teach, have we been able to assess, avail it or not? Have we been able to reach or not? That is important. Then improvement of learning and teaching, report to the parents, use of the results for the further improvement. So these are the steps for overall assessment. Different stages of assessment. First, gathering information. Without evidence, without information, the assessment is never possible. Then record of the information. Whatever information has been gathered, record it. Analyze and report the information collected. Whatever information has been collected, analyze it and report it in proper position. And definitely use the information for improvement. These are the 4 stages for assessment. Whatever is normal assessment, higher class assessment, joyful assessment, first you need the information to be gathered. Without information, without evidence, no assessment is possible. Then all the information what you have got, record it. After recording of this information, analyze the information and keep a report of this information. Use this information for improvement. Information is not only assessment. If assessment is being done, assessment always gives a remedial measure. Then the remedy, how the remedy can be done, how the improvement can be possible, those we can do. Now, when you are assessing, let us take this example. R into B is equal to 72. B into G is 36. R into G is 32. What is the value of G? Please reply me. R into B is 72. B into G is 36. R into G is 32. What is the value of G? What is the value of G? Someone please reply in the chat box. Yes. Dear friends, this is a question of algebra. This is a question of linear equation or equation of two variables, factorization. So algebra starts as 4 6. It's never a question of class 3 or class 4. It is definitely a question of class 6 million. Which is the second one or first better approach. And the second one is available or solvable by the students of class 4, class 5. So can't we give this type of questions for assessing the mathematizing skill of the child, through which we can make the students future ready for the algebra? So without teaching algebra, we can give these questions to the students for the assessment, which definitely by this the assessment will be joyful to the students. The first one become more theoretical, but the second one through which we are assessing the knowledge of mathematizing skill and logical thinking, it will make the assessment joyful. Children will enjoy it because this type of pictures they get in internet, they're habitual with this. Now let us take this one. 4 monsters are given: 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. First question: Smiley is the youngest of the monsters. What is the age of Smiley? Smiley is the youngest of the monsters. What is the age of Smiley? What will be the age of Smiley? Someone please reply me. Yes, it is 5. Now, second question. Champ has been alive for an odd number of years. Champ has been alive for an odd number of years. So what is the age of Champ? Very good. I'm getting many answers. Champ has been alive for an odd number of years. What is the age of Champ? Yes, 9. Very good. Third, Buzz has been alive for the same number of years as he has eyes. Buzz has got alive for the same number of years as he got eyes. Buzz का जितने सारे eyes है उतने उम्र ही वो जी रहे. 6. Very good. Raf is 4 years older than Buzz. Raf is 4 years older than Buzz. What's the age of Buzz? Raf, yes, 10. So, dear friends, can't we give these questions to the students of junior class for the assessment? See, there is a pictorial question, a storytelling question, where no plus minus greater than smaller than sign is there. Everything is asked. So can't we give these questions for the assessment, which will make the assessment joyful because it's a small monster type question which children like it. So innovative mindset needs curiosity, ambiguous tolerance, ambiguity tolerance, positive feedback, and persistence. These things will be there in an innovative mindset. We need an innovative mindset. Now, say this one. In class 1, fill in the blanks. We are teaching addition. We want to assess the knowledge of addition. See here, nowhere I have written addition. What we are writing? That how many yellow smileys are there? Or fill in the blanks. Don't you think this type of small questions, if you give students, will enjoy it? Because there is no addition, subtraction is mentioned. Here, just few smileys, few stars, few hearts given. How many hearts are there? That means actually the child will have to make the addition. Don't use the word addition. Here also, same thing. Don't give the picture and oranges. They don't like it. Every day, I have something problems. What do you write? What do you see? You please write it. That means they will write that this many ice creams plus one ice cream is equal to this many ice creams. So actually, they are creating a problem sum. The fear regarding problem sum will be reduced. So 13 ice creams or sorry, plus one ice cream is equal to 14 ice creams. Like this, you can ask the questions to them, where they will form the question. Problem sum is a problem for them. Here, counting numbers. Is there in class 1 or 2? Again, I am saying this conventional instruction makes them bore. So what you can do, you can ask them, but students are very fond of cars. So you can ask them, how many red cars are there? How many helicopters are there? How many trucks are there? How many ships are there? So let them count it and they will write it. So here in the playway method, in the storytelling method, we are making the assessment of them. Assessment of counting numbers. Now, there is a pig and above that there is a forest. House of the pig. This pig cannot run, cannot jump, sorry. This pig cannot jump. How will the pig be able to arrive at its home? How? By joining which number? Sorry. By joining, yes, very good. I got the answer. Joining 10. Can we give this question to the student who is colorful? Recognition of number that can be assessed. And as there are small story involved in this, then the tendency of storytelling, those who have, they will also enjoy it. Take another one. The direction change. Fox is above and its nest is below. Nest or forest is below. Question is, by joining which number the fox will be able to arrive at his destination? By joining which number? So by these questions, you can assess the logical thinking of the child, storytelling, story listening ability, and translational skill. Child is being able to translate it mathematically. Here, recognition of the numbers. Say I have given 100 numbers, 10 by 10 grid. Then for recognition of the numbers, we have said that color this many numbers by blue, this by yellow, and this by pink. So maybe the students will color 10 boxes in class. Remaining 10 you give as a homework. When they will bring it, see how beautiful it will be happy when they will see. Then the mass copy, a beautiful picture is created, and it is easier for us to check this assessment, because if I know this is the answer key, almost 85 questions have been asked. If I know this is the answer key, koi bachcha mere ko dikhaye, then in that case, if the child has given in place of yellow, pink, then I can encircle and I can say redo. My correction time will also be less, yes or not? My correction time will be reduced, and the assessment will be joyful. The students who are good in music but not in mathematics, or good in arts but not in mathematics, they will love this because it's a question of painting. Those who are good in vernacular, English, Hindi, Bengali, for them we can say the right 2 lines about this figure. They will also feel very happy. So many fraternity students can be brought under this umbrella by giving this question. Now, in this case, mathematizing skill of the child to be enhanced. Complete the sentence. Purple color plus orange color stick is equal to which color stick? Purple color color colors does not. I'm showing this is blue, this is orange, and this is red. Ekdam niche hai red, right side green. Yes, it is purple plus orange is equal to red. Similarly, purple minus blue. Black minus blue is what? Black minus blue is equal to green. Now, can we teach addition, subtraction, or assess addition, subtraction by this? Because it is not mandatory for teaching or assessing addition, subtraction. Always will have to go for plus, minus like this. It can be done by any type of expressions. The conception should be clear. Conception is larger than the number. Most of the cases we synonymize mathematics with number, but number is smaller and conception is bigger. This one. Which statement is not correct? Which statement is not correct? জলটা দেবেন বাইরের ডিকি থেকে এটা মাদি first second third fourth which statement is not correct? First second third fourth which statement is not correct? Good. Good. Now, as the third statement is not correct, after that we can say the students write the numbers and justify it. So can't we teach addition, subtraction by these statements? Moreover, blue is equal to red plus green plus yellow. Blue minus red is equal to green plus yellow. Is it not the concept of transposition? Is it not the concept of transposition? Can it be a concept of transposition which is taught in class 6? But this is actually one concept of class 2. Class 2 teacher does not know actually he or she assessing the students for the knowledge of class 6, which is very important for them. Assessment should be across class so that it can be. Look at this. That write the numbers. We have said draw the next picture. Another assessment sheet. How beautiful it is. Definitely children are fond of pictures. drawing rather than doing something by numbers? So if the child has drawn the correct picture, is it not sufficient that the child is confident enough about pattern, about skip counting, about counting the next number? Yes or not, dear friends? That means, is it not the way of assessing these three things? Can we assess all these things to this? So this is definitely, it will be enjoyable for the students. Along with this, look at the second line. Can we ask the student how many pink squares are there in the beginning? Please reply me. How many pink squares are there in the beginning? Please reply. 2. Very good. How many boxes are there in the second? How many boxes? 4. Very good. What is the difference between these two figures, first and second figure? What is the difference between first and second figure? 2. Yes. How many boxes are there in the third figure? 6. Yes. What is the difference between the second and the third figure? Difference between second and third figure? Yes, 2. What is the difference between third and final figure? Difference between third and final figure? 2. Is the difference common or different? Is the difference common or different? Is the difference common or different? Common. So can't we ask these questions? First, giving this picture to draw, which will assess, which will make them happy for a joyful drawing. So many things can be assessed. Then, after this, if we ask this question, the last one is actually the question of which class? Class 10 arithmetic progression. That means we are assessing the knowledge of difference, skip counting, and we are making the students future ready for arithmetic progression. My request is, class teachers of class 2, when you will give this worksheet, please ask the last question. Let the students have an idea about it. Another one. In class 1, can we give the students a 10 by 10 grid like this, and we can say that color few boxes of your favorite color? Yes or not? Class 1, can we give this in class 1? Color few boxes by your favorite color? Possible? Now, one class teacher has got almost 40 students, means different 40 colorful papers. If there are 40 colorful papers, then we can do one thing. In hand over those pages to class 2 teacher. Can class 2 teacher ask this question? Count number of grid, count number of colored boxes on each grid. Possible? Now hand over those pages to class 3 teacher. Can class 3 teacher teach from this? That what fraction is green in the with respect to the total? Possible? Hand over those pages to class 4 teacher. Can class 4 teacher assess from that what percentage is orange? Hand over that page to class 5 teacher. Can class 5 teacher teach? Convert the blue colored area in terms of decimal? Hand over that to class 6 teacher. Can class 6 teacher assess from this What is the perimeter of the blue color, purple colored region? Hand over those pages to class 7 or 8 teacher. Can they teach what is the area of the red colored portion? Possible? Hand over that page to class 9 teacher. Can they teach or can they assess what is the probability of the box to be blue in the 5th grid? See the worksheet which has been created in class 1 can be used from 2 to 9 in so many classes for the assessment. Don't you think it will give an ownership in the children? And they will enjoy it because it is their creation. It will be easier for us to assess them. And if it is done from their own creation, then definitely it will be better and joyful for the children. Another assessment sheet. Maybe in 3 classes, teach them fraction, equivalent fraction, decimal, and percentage. But many students do not have clear idea about the correlation among all this. So what you can do, you can give this type of action. Now, in these cases, you can give options. But don't utter the word fill in the blanks. Make the subject joyful. Assessment sheet should also be joyful. Say them like this, that you have got 2 years. From through the 2 years, you that in one you are hearing 36 by 10. So another one, what you can hear. So in this way, you can give this type of worksheets, which is colorful, and students will enjoy it. Now, most of the cases we ask the students the questions of what it is. We don't ask the students what is not. So the logic of negation should also be enhanced. That is very important. The logic of negation. Otherwise, if we don't assess through that, the negative logic, if it is not being assessed, then automatically the complete logical sense will not be there. Can we ask this type of questions? It is not 9 minus 3, it is not 0 plus 5, it is not 10 minus 3. Who am I? Can we ask this type of questions? It is not 9 minus 3, it is not 0 plus 5, it is not 10 minus 3. Who am I? Logic of negation will be enhanced. We can assess the logic of negation, and for this, actually you're asking them 3 questions. Next, for 2-digit number. It is not 7 plus 7, it is not 18 minus 3, it is not 7 plus 9. Who am I? It is not 7 plus 7, it is not 18 minus 3, it is not 7 plus 9. Who am I? For the second one, yes, I'm 13. Can we ask these questions? Now the teachers who are teaching here class 11, you can say me one thing, the elements which are not present in set A but present in universal set creates a complement. Is it not the question of negation? Is it not the question of negation? Actually, this is to be assessed from the junior class. Now this one, let us do together. It is not 18 plus 20. That means it is not 38. Let me cut 38. It is not more than 48 plus 10. That means it is not more than 58. Cut the numbers which are more than 58. It is not less than 99 minus 80. That means it is not less than 80. Cut the numbers. It is not 88 minus 40. It is not 48. Cancel the 48. It is not 68 minus 50. It is not 18. Cancel it. So who am I? Got it? See, through this type of assessment, you are assessing the knowledge of addition, subtraction, greater than, smaller than, and logic of negation. Don't you think if you give this type of worksheets, then all the students will be encouraged, will be participating, will be involved in this, and they will enjoy it? The assessment should also be joyful, not only teaching. Say this one. Find the value of the tiger, the pink rabbit, and the ash color rabbit. How can you find it? How can you find it? What is the value of the tiger? 3. Yes. What is the value of this? Ash color rabbit. Ash color rabbit. Yes, I've got so many answers. Ash color rabbit. Four. Fantastic. What is the value of this pink color rat? Pink color rat. Pink color rat. Yes, 2. See, is it not joyful for the students? Don't you think the students of junior class 4, 5, 6, 7, we can do it? Moreover, this actually what is actually a quadratic equation. If the tiger is x, then x square is equal to 9. So x is equal to 3. If it is z, z square is equal to 16, z is equal to 4. And this is y square is equal to z. It's actually a question of algebra. But without teaching them how we can make algebra joyful and assessment of algebra joyful. Similar this one, plenty of things we can do like this. Now let us go for quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals. How difficult it is for us to teach them that if you write or teach the child pentagon, hexagon, octagon, decagon, quadrilateral, so big words, how difficult it is for them to remember. What we can do, we can give this type of assessment. Put this one. Ask the students that fill up this by these given icons without any repetition. So this is the answer. See, when the child is doing is first time the child is doing this, then the child is doing it consciously. Second time when the child is doing, the skill has been increased. And third again when the child is doing the stressless manner, because the child is not doing any mathematics, the child is playing, then automatically the red figure, the shape of the red figure is creating a correlation between the child's brain, hand and eye, yes or not? The same red color figure the child is drawing 3 times without any stress in a playful manner. That means definitely this is creating a correlation that ये red figure ऐसा ही होगा. After completion, if you ask the child, why here is 5 written, I can bet on this. They'll be able to answer, sir, madam, there are 5 sides. So you have got nothing to say. Even the definition is not given, not required. Their strategic thinking, their mathematizing skill, their logical thinking has given a correlation between this. So assess them like this, teach them like this, so that the subject can be joyful. Assessment, the fear of mathematics can be reduced. So examination means fear of failure, which causes stress and anxiety, whereas we say practice becomes boring. We consider that one size fits all, which is not always possible. If you are asking the students of class 8 regarding tables, 18 is how much, 19 is how much, 17 6 how much, they will not be able to answer from the memory of table. Then how to do, what to do? They can't remember table, that's why they score poor marks. They can't complete the paper on time. So what we can do, we can make this type of assessment sheets. Distribute it, starting from 1 to 20 different assessment sheets you make. Distribute it in your class. Maybe in the off period you distribute, in the substitution period you distribute, so that your time will not be wasted. And say the children that create the correct path. So this is the answer. That means if you make a habit in your school that in every month, in one substitution period, this will be done, then you will see even in the absence of the mathematics teacher, the full school will grow with the logic of mathematics, with the skill of tables. This project you can give another assessment sheet. Very difficult to do the revision, na? You can divide your class into 12 groups. First group January, second group February, third group March. Say in the first group you say that make the calendar of January by using square root, cube root and equations. Second group, create the January, February calendar by using factorization or linear equation in two variable and exponents. Like this, you can divide the work. The one group has got 3 students. If you have got 40 students in your class, 40 divided by 12, per group will be having 3 students approximately. And 1 month has got 30 days. That means each student will create 10 correct questions. So if a student is being able to create 10 correct questions, then definitely your student will be ready with the subject, your assessment will be done. And please use this type of calendar in your school so that your whole school can be a mass laboratory. The assessment sheets can create a laboratory itself. You can give this type of small papers to the students where answers and questions, both the things are written. You can say the child that, dear students, I have given the question, I have given the answer as well, please match them. So as soon as you say the child, I have given the answers, and automatically they feel more confident to do it. Say when they will arrange, how beautiful picture created, jigsaw puzzle. So don't you think students will enjoy the assessment, will be joyful for them, stressless for them? Different anagrams you can do where you have given the questions as well as answer. You can say them that match the question and answer. As soon as they know na answer is given, they feel I'll not do the sum. The stress gets 50% reduced, the subject assessment becomes joyful. This one, see how beautiful it is. Colorful pictures, colorful circles. This can be used for assessing what? See, 2 is orange, one color, 3 green, one color. Prime number 4. What are the prime factors of 4? 2 into 2. See, orange is given twice. What are the prime factors of 14? 2 into 7. So, orange and purple. Is it not fantastic to teach them factorization? After that, when you will assess, my request is don't say the child, write the prime factors of 8. Say the child, draw 42. You will have to assess the child in a joyful manner. So draw 42. Say the child has drawn it. If the drawing is correct, is it not a sufficient message for you that yes, the child has done correct factorization? Draw 32 like this. Draw 57. Draw 24. No number written. Assessment without number. Assessment through colors. Assessment for concept. The concept is larger than the number. After that, you can give them the homework that in the subparts, in the colored portions, you write the respective number. So 42 they have drawn orange, green and purple. They will write 2, 3 and 7. Done? I am not saying the mathematics without number, but I am saying number is not everything. Number is one part of teaching mathematics. So dear friends, can't we assess or teach factorization by this method? Don't you think that will reduce the stress in the children? The examination stress? Rather the assessment will be joyful if you say that tomorrow, please come in the class with color box. Is it not a different instruction given to the children? So this one, the total value is 117. Find the value of the individual part. The heart and the flower vase is 100 by 2. That means how much? 50. Now the heart into flower vase minus 1 is 40. So two products is 50 means it may be 5, 10, 25, 2. Now let us take, is the flower vase 10? Then 10 minus 1 is 9. Can 9 divide 40? No. So not possible. 5 minus 1, 4. Can 4 divide 40? Yes, 4. That means the flower vase can be 5. If the flower vase is 5, then 40 by 4 is 10. That means the heart will be 10. So this was 50, this is 40, that is 10. You can ask the students that is there any other number which will divide 50 and 40? Any other common number? The child will say no. 10. That means 10 is the HCF. Can't we teach HCF like this? So that can't we assess the knowledge of HCF like this? Then the subject can be easier for them. So more importantly, once students develop a procedure on their own, we need to allow them to discover counter examples or figure out whether their conjecture is correct or not. And use for assessment, always use low stake, interesting, innovative, formative assessment. Don't go for very high stake assessment. How many blocks are there? You can give this type of questions where the students logical thinking, observation power can be assessed along with mathematics. Answer is 9 blocks. 10x plus 3y is equal to how much? Very common error from the students. I think many of the cases we get this answer 13xy or 30xy. Very common error. You can give this type of worksheet. You can ask the students. 2 burgers plus 3 burgers is equal to how many burgers? They will answer 5. Now 10 burgers plus 3 burgers, how many burgers? 13? They will answer no. You ask them. 13 chips? They will answer no. Then 13 burger chips? They will answer no. 30 burger chips? They will answer no. Then ask them what you have purchased. They will answer you 10 burgers and 3 chips. I think no any student will make a mistake in answering. So you can see that yes, that means 10 burgers plus 3 chips is equal to 10b plus 3c. So 10x plus 3y is 10x plus 3y. By this, you can assess the knowledge of addition of like and unlike terms. So good teaching is more of giving right questions than giving the right answer. Put the correct question, don't give the correct answer. Similarly here, you have taught them the area you want to assess them. You can give this type of worksheets where colorful questions and answers are given. You can say them, create the correct path. Say this one, it will be easier for us to correct the assessment also, because the correction, if we know this path, 15 questions can be checked in one tick mark. In 5 seconds, we can check 15 questions. Say this another question, 12 minutes. Half of the spirit gets evaporated in 12 minutes. After 1 hour, how much spirit will be there? In the beginning, there was 480 ml. Assess the knowledge of the children. 480 ml. Very easy. Even you can show it in your class. After 15 minutes, again after 15 minutes, again after 15 minutes, like this, finally 15 ml. By visualization, you can assess it. Or for with respect to class 11, it is a progression. See, the knowledge of geometric progression can be given in the junior class and can be assessed through touch and So here you want to assess the factorization knowledge. Given the expressions and both the sides have given the scattered way the factor, you can ask the students that arrange the factors. I've given the question as well as I've given the answer. Just match. Actually, the factorization, but as you have given, it will be less stressed to them. See, no number is given. You can ask the students which of the two are having equal area. That means they will have to find out half plus 1, 4 plus 1, 8. Fractions, they'll have to add eventually number. So you can assess the knowledge of area. What's the see, no number is given. But mathematics, joyful assessment, where you find the total. Yeah, okay, they can consider it X, they can consider as 1, they can consider as 10, and they find out the area of the colorful, they will find percentage form. Find it definitely is difficult, but help the child that how the intelligence can be assessed. These two portions are same. That means the child will have to subtract actually the area of the circle, area of the triangle minus area of the circle. Sector segment, if you want to assess, is a very horrible task. How beautiful and colorful sheet it is. Just give one line question. That area circles 14154 units. Find the areas of perimeters of each figure. So that means the child, perimeter, sector, area, the boundary, everything can be assessed through this. How colorful it is, and so many questions can assess by this one colorful object. This one is a rectangle. ABCD are the midpoints. What will be the name of ABCD? Numbers, midpoint theorem, assessment of geometry. M and PQ are the equidistant points. What you can assess the properties of diagonal, midpoint theorem. Then median divides the triangle into two equal areas. So many things you can assess through this one. That's 9. If radii of the sun given in this 10, 8, 6 centimeter, what is the area of the smallest circle? Arithmetic progression. What is the relationship between the perimeters? Arithmetic progression. The red figure D and the other midpoints. If D is equal to x, what is the length of PC? Inverse midpoint theorem. X, M, S, Q are all equidistant with the length of x, y. That is intercept theorem. Who told joyful assessment is not possible in 19? In every class it is possible. So remember that. The last question I'm giving you, this one. The arc centered at O, a quarter is circle. Find the simplest formula for finding out the radius ABC. Very common that this is R, radius is R minus A, this is R minus C. By Pythagorean theorem, it is R minus A whole square plus R minus C whole square is equal to B square. By simplification, you are getting this. It is correct, but it's complex. If we look like this, there's another perception. B. The rectangle, diagonals are equal. And blue color line is a radius. That means R is equal to B. A one line question can be solved. The assessment should be such that where you can assess not only the labor of the student, but the intelligence of the student. So children must be taught how to think, not what to think. Thank you. Thank you for your active participation. If anyone has got any question, you can ask me. If anyone has got any question. I don't think there is any question, then I can leave the session. Thank you. Thank you for your active participation. In the last slide, I have shared my email ID, phone number. I think many of you have got many more ideas you can share with me. Okay. Thank you.